Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 1590. I'm your host Arwin, and before I start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you know when I'm going live, which is normally 1 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekdays and 2 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekend. And please also do support me through the PayPal and the Patreon. That would be much appreciated, and I can always use the support. Right. Weather today is pretty much identical to yesterday. A bit more windy, but I mean they trailed all hell out of the skies starting very early. So yeah. There would have been clear blue sky, but not anymore really. There's still plenty of sun coming through though. Blossoming of the trees over there are coming to an end. Alright. Hello LVA Paul, first in chat, good to see you. You made it today? Right. Yeah, I barely made it. I woke up like 5 to 15 minutes to 1. Very late. But yeah, I had another rough night. Not as rough as the night before, but actually managed to like really get some control over it this time. Using the technique. And it's weird because the last time it didn't work that much. It worked something, but not enough to actually prevent like panic attacks from happening. But yesterday I did. It was all about the detail of applying the technique, and this time it worked really well. And just it still got very late though. Right, same weather over there, LVA Paul. Okay. Right, anyhow. Well, stocked up on stuff. Salad bowl. Illuminati croissant. Still hot. Right, so yeah, yesterday, well, my show was kind of angry. I don't know. I'm aiming to not have a day like that today. Though I did get a little bit pissed off again before the show at myself. Shouting at myself in the past. But yeah, also just a couple of weird realizations. But it's like, it's almost like private. It's so close. I don't really want to talk about it. It's just that I had preliminaries to this panic attack effect even when I was very young. So it's like, I don't think like it was even caused by the drugs or anything, or not in a way that I can really prove. It's rather that the confrontation you get with those drugs initiates it. Like in another, like it gives it more form. While before that, when I was very young, it would just come into like restlessness. But it wouldn't always even be like negative restlessness. It would just be like hyperactivity restlessness. Right? And if then something bad would happen, or I get like shamed or something, then I could spiral down with it. But it is nothing like the way it is now. Because now I just get flooded with terrible memories that, well, I didn't have before that. Alright, anyway, hello LSG and Dan, good to see you both. But yeah, this technique is really working. I'm wondering sometimes what would have happened if like I should have really reached out like in my 20s to the Rudolf Steiner community. But I wasn't even like aware of them anymore, because I just associated it with trauma from all the challenges that I took upon myself during the Waldorf school period. So I had a very negative association with it because of that. But it would have been the best place to basically start out and fend off the dark influences through, for example, the Jesuit guy. But I didn't do that, and nobody told me to do that, and it's like in that period my dad kind of really started to dive into it. But it was his own private thing. Like it wasn't like sharing about it a lot. Hello, Zane Solo. It's just, it's almost like I'm doing some weird thing where I'm actually trying to figure out, like, how could I have altered the course of what I've done in a way that it would have really changed it. Instead of getting stuck upon the moments where it really goes wrong, and then like, oh, but I don't know how I would have approached it differently. Yeah, because that's already when it's too late. So I'm now trying to dig around that and seeing, like, where did it start? Where did it start to go wrong? Like, not as in, oh, the moment in my life when it started to go wrong. That's like, you can't pinpoint that. But like in moments when it goes wrong, that what precedes it, and what could I have done? Like, how could I have deflected that effectively in conjunction with my interests and my energies of that time? How could have I possibly like, if it's not just for me because I can't go back to the past and blah, do that, then at least I have a model potentially for my kid if they ever go through something similar. It's like nobody was there for me on the right level, the level that I needed. So how can I be that guy? So that I could potentially get a kid and then sparing them of that at all cost. At all cost this time. Like, no more bullshit. How old were you then? Early in my 20s. I mean, before that time it was just chaos. I couldn't really, because it just wouldn't work. But after, it's like after the period where I finished school and basically disconnected from that influence, there were opportunities for me to do that. I just kind of felt like I was in the void. I didn't really know where to go. Now I realize where I should have gone. And it's weird because any association like with that style that typically the Waldorf people, Rudolf Steiner people have with the fluffy things and all that, it really did pull me. There were some people like that, and I would get pulled towards them like, you got something I need. But I didn't connect the dots. I didn't connect it. It was just like, no, these people are right. But I didn't think of like, wait, maybe there's a whole giant group of these types of people with even wiser people that you could seek out. No, that didn't occur to me, of course. And nobody told me like, hey, maybe that's a good idea. Or maybe they did. And then I had a fear reaction and they would just leave it be. Because, yeah, I'm so intangible. I rejected everything, even if it made no sense. Why would you even try to push it through, right? Anyway. Hey, Richard G. Good to see you. If I could have learned this technique that I've learned way back then I would now not be haunted by nightmares continually. Well, not continually, periodically. Right. Anyhow, yeah, this is the way I'm trying to deal with it. I mean, the things that were happening back then were really fucked up enough to deliver me some serious post-traumatic stress. And so the only way to deal with it is to simulate it, sort of, with creating an opportunity for me to use my intellect from an outside perspective to figure out how that could have been circumvented. And I really also wish that I would have been just better at actually listening to people when they try to give me advice. I have all these memories of all this sort of advice that I would just immediately discard every time. And I wonder sometimes if I was just really like hellbound into some self-destructive spiral. It's like I refused to get a grip. I refused it. It's like, no, I don't have to. I got another way. It's like a fucking delusional idiot. And it's just unreachable. All of that is all because I faced things about this world that I just could not handle. And like, I refused to accept that it was real, even though I saw it with my own eyes. That's really fucked up for your psyche. Anyway. Right, anyhow, I'll stop dwelling on that since I got a show. But yeah, yesterday Flat Earth debate was great. Very long. Very, very long. And even the after show kept going on. And yeah, great show overall. Was like better energy. Right, and later in the evening also went on to Flatsoid, but at some point I had to drop because it just went unexpectedly in a direction that I find completely unacceptable for multiple reasons. And that was quite a disappointment. And it means to me that I'm not gonna go on Flatsoid anymore. It's very simple. And he doesn't care, nobody cares, so fuck that. I'm not going back on that panel. Not when that sort of shit can just suddenly roll out of nothing and everybody piles on. There is no fucking way in hell I will ever sit among people that allow themselves to talk like that. Yeah. Don't know if anybody was there. Was anybody watching Flatsoid yesterday? Anybody? Okay. Yeah, so nobody saw it. Great. The point was he started to really do shit talking about Islam. And I'm like, dude, stop it. Like, really stop it. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about? You have not talked to anybody about that except Islamophobic idiots, which the world is very rich of. Right? And I don't want to even. It's just like, I've talked about it. You shouldn't do that. You don't understand it. And it's a religion with a gigantic background. And you shouldn't just talk like that. Yeah? If you just talk like that, then every single religion, every single one of them, should be burned to the ground. Like, all religious things should be utterly destroyed then. All of them. Yeah, that's where you're gonna go with that attitude. Yeah, because every fucking religion was founded in a time where really fucked up things would happen, and that would be kind of the normal of that time. And the religion would then proceed to stabilize that situation. And Flatsoid and the rest of these Christ-tards, it is. You're a Christ-tard if you're anti-Islamic. You're a Christ-tard. Yeah, they're brothers. Yeah, Christianity, the Jews, yeah, all the shit that they did, it's arguably just as bad. It's bad in another way. It's bad because that is the fucking time of that time. And if that's all you're gonna hang on, you're a fucking retard and you don't have the capacity to judge anything. May God's judgment on you be merciful. And I mean that. And I will not be sitting among men that talk like that, ever. You're Muslim, Zain Solo? I didn't know that. Huh. Right? So I am not Muslim, but I definitely do respect Islam. And it's definitely not perfect. Like in a cultural setting, it's not my thing at all. Right? But you got some really interesting systems that have developed since that archaic time, which it was. I mean, when Muhammad came around and did his thing, dude, it was total chaos. Worn-torn chaos, savage. People were like really savage. Yeah? And that's just not taken into account. It's like, oh, well, they were savage, so nothing good can come from that. You're fucking out of your mind and you don't understand anything. Should keep your mouth shut if that is your conclusion. Ignorant idiot. Demons speak for you when you do that. Yeah? And I will not be sitting among that. Just as I won't sit among people that'll talk shit about Christ. Or I don't even want to sit among Christians that like idolize him, that turn him into a god. I don't even want that. It's all ridiculous insanity, and I don't want to be part of it. Hey, refracted curvature. Hello. Haven't seen you around here yet. Welcome. Yeah, Zain Solo, I know. Yeah, but which Christians are those, you think, right? Is it the real Christians, the ones that actually follow Christ's teachings? Or is it going to be the satanic Christians that do everything wrong? Everything. They do everything wrong. They tolerate all the wrong things and they believe in all the stray delusion things that Christ warned against. Right? Because those Christians are not Christians in my opinion. They are Satanists that are in the illusion of being Christians. Yeah? They're not conscious Satanists. They're not dark in that sense. They're just really fucking deluded. And that's not going to help them. It's not going to save them either. It'll be comforting, sort of, you know. Illusion is very comforting. But it will not save them at all. Yeah? Believing in things that the person you're basing that on specifically speaks out against is not going to help save you. Yeah? Maria Rose Mortal. Yeah. Whatever, man. It's not my thing either. But yeah. It's not about sex slavery, though. It's about, like... It's... desperation marriage, you could call it. LVA Paul. Yeah. So, I don't approve that model, especially for now. But I can understand why that was happening. Yeah? It's called being war-torn. Like really badly, with like constant, savagely murdering, torturous barbarians that literally can just roll into your camp all of a sudden any day. Every fucking day, yeah? You have no idea what it's like. I don't have an idea what that's like, but I can get close to actually attempting to imagine it. Alright? Changes everything. Right, yeah, thanks, Ainso. That's very helpful, by the way. Didn't know that you were Muslim. I'm gonna give you a wrench. That's right. There you go. Because I'm gonna need your input here and there. Right. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating. It hurt me, right? You gotta realize I'm still very sensitive, and then that shit happened. It gave me a panic attack, okay? Sounds kind of silly, right? But it did. When Flatsoy did that, I asked him to stop twice. Help maneuver it. Said some of this, like the reasons why that would be. They didn't care. They just kept rolling on the shit. Neil piled on. Everybody piled on. I'm out of there. Yeah? I had a fucking panic attack thanks to that shit. Because you think it's justified to just roll out shit like that. Talking really about just things that are very fucking dark in the way you're gonna be looking at it in this age. Because in this age, it is pure evil. And you're just rolling that fucking crap out to me in a very sensitive state. And you gave me a literal panic attack, you insensitive fuckwit! You drone! Drones! Ahrimanic robot! Auto rolling out death! You idiots! Yeah? And I will not be part of that! Just fucking spring that on me right when I'm in the middle. And I asked you to stop! And you didn't! You fucking bastard! You literally gave me a fucking panic attack, you asshole! Yeah? So, no more Arwen for you, Flatsoid. It's done. Wants to do more shows like that. Well, I hope God forgives him. And he's not gonna get his head chopped off at some point in history. Because that's what you're gonna be asking for if you do that. And in my opinion, you kinda deserve it. If that happens. Because you're a fucking idiot to do that sort of thing. Yeah? I've said it many times before. Every religion has its grabblers. They all do, including Islam. Yeah. And if the grabblers is all that you're going to be pointing at, then all religions should be utterly destroyed. Because they all have them. And you're a fucking retard if that is all you can see. Yeah? But you gotta look at your own life. Fucking darkness in that. Yeah? What if that all came to light? Yeah? What if you were honest enough to just completely write it all down? Yeah? Maybe then you deserve that too. To have people talk to you about those bad sides of you. And then just say, no, that is all there is. That's all there is to you, Flatzoid. Those fucking bad things you've done. Yeah? Idiot. That's right, Diver Down. That's fucking right. They don't care about that. No. You're demon bound. You got a demon, and he's gonna keep doing that until you have your head chopped off. So go ahead, man. Yeah, thanks guys for the support. Verbal. Yeah, exactly. If you're an Islamophobic, you're an idiot. It's poison. It's poison that's being sprinkled onto you through media. Guess who's putting that there? Yeah? Guess who's putting that there? What type of people you think are sprinkling that garbage and making everybody really hate it? Yeah, who do you think that is, huh? Huh? And you're gobbling it up like a bunch of ignorant idiots. You're literally guzzling down the demon and making it your own, thinking you're doing the right thing. You're idiots, all of you. I hope you get the fate you deserve. Alright, so LVA poll. One more mention of that, and I'm kicking you out. One more mention. If I see you say something, even in the context gradually of that again, I'm kicking you out of my show, and I'm not letting you back on. Do you understand? Yeah? You can take the whole element works and shove them up your ass. Say it one more time. Good. Goodbye. You just yeah. Maybe turn off your pain vision. Actually read. Read what some of the people have been saying here in the chat. But you don't. You just put on the pain vision and let the demon do the talking. Well, get the fuck out of here. If that's your modus operandi, yeah? That's how you're gonna work? Then get the fuck out of here. No? Right? I mean, you want to make fun of them? Owen Benjamin style, get a little silly sometimes. I get it, man. They're not perfect. They are not. But if that is your attitude, there's directions I could go at that I don't want to go, but that I will in response to that type of demon, yeah? Because I can do the same fucking thing to Christianity. Much harsher, much rougher, yeah? I haven't. I just try to let the rot be the rot. The satanic influence there, and actually focus on Christ. Because that's what I do, yeah? I try to emphasize the good parts. The parts that are viable for into the future, yeah? I don't just go with the demon rot. I could do that. And I could make you feel really fucking miserable. Yeah? Because of that. You want me to do that? You want me to make you feel really fucking miserable for being part of Christianity? I can do that for you. Yeah? All based on historical shit. You know what it's like? Yeah, usually that's the atheists, aren't they? Yeah? Communists that do that. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, why do they do that? Yeah. But you do it yourself, though! You fucking hypocrite! Huh? But you're justified. Yeah. They think they're justified too! You bitch! So why don't you keep harping on the demon? Huh? Or you let it go. You let go of that programming that has been specifically planted there through media narrative. You let it go. And you don't become that demon. And if you do that, we can hang around. Yeah, we can hang. We can talk. And you can even share some issues you have with this religion or that religion. And yeah, there are issues everywhere, yeah? But this action, what you've been doing here and what you did on Flatsoid, nothing good can come from that. Nothing. You gotta stop. Yeah, that's right, Sin. So, I mean, it's kind of complicated. Like, you being a Muslim, you've obviously studied deeply into that. It is freaking complicated. I don't have a full oversight. But I do know that real serious Muslims are very pure people that don't sin. They sin much less than the average frickin' Christian. Or even a pious Christian. They're much closer. They're much purer. They're doing better. And that's just a energetic fact. Owen Benjamin has also taken notice of this, and he's very correct about it. So I'm kind of exhilarated that he's taken that position within that debate. Because it is my position too. And I will keep doing that. Yeah? You hate Islam so much, you want to emphasize everything that's terrible about it, and then think that that is all there is. Do it when I'm not there. Yeah? That's gonna be the way it has to be. And even if I catch you when I'm not there, I'm gonna take note and I'm gonna migrate away from you. Yeah? Because I don't want that demonic crap to rub off on me. Yeah? Just like I don't like to hang around when somebody goes talking in detail about child torture and blood drinking and shit. Yeah, I don't like to hang around with people that obsess over that to the level that they'd openly start talking about horrific shit. Yeah? I don't like to hang around people that do that. Why? Because it literally gives me waking nightmares. And the only thing I can do in such a moment is just fully defend. And then I'll endure all that crap that you do, yeah? I know what people do. I even saw it in the chat, yeah? Even me gradually, like subtly trying to give some defensive context. And people just literally call me like a pedo lover and shit. Like, yeah, dude, I'm not gonna sit through that. If that was a face-to-face situation, that's the moment where I take out my sword and start chopping your fucking limbs off. Yeah? That's what happens if you would do that in a face-to-face situation in my presence. I will fucking kill you. Yes? Do you understand? Don't do that. Is that clear? Bad apples and everything. Dude, Diver Dan, they got like... Yeah. Bad apples. Well, they have their own grab. They got people that are deviants among them and that they hate. They hate those people. And if they go out of line, then they end up killing them or like sending them into the mountains and then like to remove them from society. That's how they deal with that. But yeah, they still have among them deviants. Yeah? Those are not the people that everybody appreciates that is Islamic. Yeah, in the contrary, they're ashamed of that. So I'm so fucking sick of hearing that stupid propaganda shit. I mean seriously. I'm fucking sick of it, man. I'm sick of hearing that shit. People rolling out that demon. I mean, you should be fucking whipped for that crap. As far as I'm concerned. Religion is the worst invention ever. Well, yeah, in a way. Definitely. But what's even worse is people that are just spouting demonic shit over and over and over again. To what end? You know? When somebody does that, to what fucking end? You're doing nothing but spouting poison. Do you think Jesus approves of that? Just like that. Yeah, banish them. It's like, yeah, you deal with the frickin' pedos. That's their attitude over there, LSG. They're like, okay, well, they're trying to normalize pedophilia in the West, so why don't you go over there? Why don't you fuck off and leave us alone with your disgusting habits? Maybe you'll do better over there. Right? But it's also, it's like the elite, Hollywood elite, that kind of shit. They're trying, those really fucked up, creepy Satanists, they're trying to assimilate Islam. Like, they are taking it on themselves and doing disgusting, horrible, like, oh, I am, what was it again? Trans lesbian, Islamo trans, like that shit. I mean, that's unacceptable. Okay? You'd be beheaded for that crap. By an actual Sharia law situation, right? And they're creating it. The elite are creating that. They're seeding the grounds for another religious war. Yeah? Just like they did in medieval times. Just like the Catholic Church did then. Yeah? They're doing it, and they have been doing it, and I see other people just repeating the demon, and then I can see how if they don't stop doing that, if they don't wake up from doing that, it will literally get them killed in the future. Yeah, I can see that. Because, yeah, Islam doesn't tolerate that. Yeah. And they shouldn't. And Christianity should have never tolerated that sort of talk either. Yeah? We wouldn't be having the fucking Satanist rule over us if you hadn't learned to tolerate that. Yeah? Oh, you're so proud. Oh, you're so Christ-like. Oh, you can just let people wash over you. Oh, the Lord protect you. Oh, yes. Yeah. And that's why Satanists now rule the world. Huh? Thank you. Thank you for your tolerance. Huh? Christianity? Thank you so much. Such a great set of fruits you've gotten us. Yeah. Right. Anyway, yeah. The thing is that just similar to like with Christianity, Islam, and the way people do it, they have their own weird cults too. Yeah? I mean, you gotta realize that. You gotta recognize that, right? I mean, look at Christianity, look at the model. Dude, there's fucking Christianity cults. Weird, like not super heavy cult with all wearing robes or shit, but just like not really proper Christianity that is blatant, is all over the place. Weird little cults that are just weird Christianity. You recognize that, right, guys? You know that. You know that from experience, from just looking around, what's talking, right, on the internet even. Yeah. Why would you think that's not the case with Islam? Yeah? They have weirdos that are kind of like not mainstream and they do their own thing and it's weird and it's different and it becomes aberrant. Right? And they often like even have to like keep it a secret, their form of what they think is Islam that they practice. Because if some of it like came out openly, they'd get executed for it. Right? Well, those types of weirdo people, they go to other countries where there isn't Sharia law and then do that. Yeah? So, in foreign countries, you just get weird Islam people that don't really do it correctly and have very weird opinions and habits that just seem a little bit deranged or a lot deranged. Yeah, that's not the way it's supposed to be, yeah? Just like, oh, the ultimate Christian is a Jehovah's Witness. That's the perfect example of a Christian. Oh, really? Is it? Is it now? Or are they blatantly crazy cultists? Yeah? It's the same thing, guys. It's the same thing. Stop being such a dumb idiot about it. Stop being so fucking pitifully superficial about this. Recognize the demon that is being planted everywhere, the idea. And don't be a regurgitator of that. Don't be a fountain of poison. Nobody benefits. Nobody. You're just spouting poison then. Right? And I'd say the same to Muslims about Christianity. I mean, there are some Muslims that are really like hateful. I mean, I bet you there's like whole cliques of especially younger ones that'll typically fall for this, as they do with Christians, the younger ones. They go like, yeah, those disgusting Christians, man. They have these pedophile priests and they harp all day long about how pedophilia is evil and but they tolerate the gays. They're completely insane. And they literally have their own holy men rape children and they get away with it. This is insane. Yeah? They're monsters. They're crazy. Yeah. Huh? You recognize that feeling? You recognize it, huh? Yeah? Huh? Was that unjustified for them to say something like that? No. Huh? So why don't you stop being a fountain of poison and get reasonable? Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, LSG. Yeah. You know why that is? Because Islam takes very serious your attitude towards other people. It's like if you roll out a bad attitude, that's a direct offense to God kind of thing. It might not be literally like that, but effectively. I practice it the same way. Yeah? I'm not Islamic. I've never even seen a Quran book. Okay? And I don't intend to. I'm leaving that to the ones that actually want to make it their life. And I'm not going to be that. I'm an esoterist. I do my own thing. But if you're going to meet people, if you're going to, you bring your best and you be honest. And they really practice that. And it really shines off them. What's the difference between weight and density? Oh my god. Okay, Zane Solo. It's quite another subject all of a sudden. Yeah, I will get to it. Yeah, I got a good title for this one. Right, anyway, yeah, what's the difference between weight and density? Well, weight is a... it's like a, what do you say, a metric system for relative density disequilibrium in a very specific setting. And density is like, yeah, that's how much this equilibrium with volume, yeah, sorry, I'm not rolling that out the most eloquently, but yeah, the thing is, weight is basically a derived concept based on a standard of relative density disequilibrium in a medium of air at ground level. And yeah, density is just, yeah, well, you could say mass, volume, that thing, right? But it's the other way around though, because density is there. It's a actual thing. Mass and volume are conceptions that are derived from density, right? But if you want to have like a numerical value with density, then that is described in mass and volume. Pressurized gas, you're right. Right, because the average density will increase. If there's more gas in the same volume, then obviously the density of that will increase. Right? But yeah, the medium it is in is not increasing in pressure, so that's always going to be that pressure average. Not so sure for volume. Well, yes. I mean, that volume is technically conceptual too. I mean, volume is not a substance. It's not a thing. Right? Right? It's like just like a distance isn't a thing. Neither is volume. It's spatial. Right, but anyway, there is a difference between density and weight. Is a 2D distance concept. What? Now, any type of distance is conceptual. Like, it's not substantial. You couldn't turn it into an independent variable. Right? Am I getting lost right now? I don't know. I wasn't really in the mindset for this. Yeah. I know, Adam. Cannot measure it there, but you can compare it though, right? Without measuring it, you can establish density by comparing it, comparing the density. To basically see which thing is more dense. Like you can establish density of an object by comparing it to other objects' densities, and you'll never have to have any numerical value involved to do that. Right, you can have like all these objects and then tankers with different liquids in them, like oil and water and some other stuff and gases, and then just like put it in there, see what's going to happen. It's going to go to the top, to the bottom, it's going to be in the middle, and that way you get like, yeah, this is the order in which how dense things are. No, you could just rank. Well, that is basically what I mean, rank them in that sense. It's just by comparing every density of everything with every other density of every other thing. Anyway, did you just get in, Adam, or? Because I've been rambling for an hour before this subject started up. Yeah, Bass Fenter, I've seen that. Stone Monkey brought that up too in my in the comment section from a few days ago. Okay, Adam. Right. Because I had a whole issue today. I wonder if you took note of that. Like, did you see Flatsoid yesterday, Adam? Never mind. Right, anyhow, time is already passed. Well, at least I got a specific subject today that I talked about. And like important to get that off my chest. Because I was really fucking pissed off yesterday about that. And it literally gave me a panic attack. Because I'm just really sensitive right now, and that can happen then. Right? Because pretty much anything that's just really bad can give me a panic attack in such a time as this. I mean, let's just say I'm avoiding Alex Jones at the moment. Like, because he springs that sort of horrifying crap on you all the time. Like, out of nowhere. It's like, oh, it's child torture day now over at InfoWars. And every time that happens, I'm foolish enough to kind of stick around. Because I wonder if he's actually going to get to some kind of a point. And then that fucking crap lingers around in my head. And then I feel like, why the fuck do I even listen to that? Like, why do I keep listening to that? It's either political, boring as hell crap. A bunch of freaks pretending to be virtuous on there and then later turning out to be sick bastards. All the time, Alex Jones gets really fucking sick bastards on. All the time. All the time. It's like he collects them to be part of his show for some reason. He just collects disgusting freaks. And I wonder, like, why the hell do I even listen to all this? Well, I guess there's a lot more bones these days than there is meat on those bones. Right. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm gonna maneuver towards rounding out the show. Unless somebody's gonna pipe up and say something. Hello? Hello? Anybody there? FED is about to start. What? It's about to start in freaking 10 minutes. What do you mean about to start? Wow. Care that much about my show, huh? Okay, fine, and I'll round out. Thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked this show. If you did, then please don't forget to Rogan's it up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you know when I'm going live, which is normally 1 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekdays and 2 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekend. And please also do support me through the PayPal and the Patreon. That would be much appreciated. You can always use the support, and thank you for the new Patreon members and for the PayPal supporters. It really helps, makes me not go hungry. So I really appreciate all the support. Please keep it coming. Right. I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 1591 on a Friday. And I'm going to join the Flat Earth debates over at Nathan Oakley 9080 channel, which should start up in about 8 minutes from now. I'm going to join a bit early. Hope to see you all there when it starts. And until the next video, keep it flat.